Some people go around the world for love, yeah, they may never find what they dream of.
Next story.
But you won't do.
LATimes.com. Faithful weepers raptured, millions spotted in low Earth orbit. Rain Markinson.
4 to 5 minutes.
What began as a biblical spectacle of faith and ascension has devolved into a cosmic catastrophe, leaving millions stranded in a celestial limbo and humanity staring down the barrel of a space traffic apocalypse. The initial wonder of the rapture, where 144,000 souls vanished amidst ear-shattering trumpet blasts, has curdled into sober realization. Those souls, along with countless unearthed corpses, were not taken to heaven, but dumped en masse into low Earth orbit.
The once pristine space lanes are now a ghoulish charnel house, choked with frozen and shattered bodies. Images beamed back by frantic astronauts aboard the International Space Station show a macabre dance of celestial debris, with the broken and bloated remains of the Rapture careening towards satellites, the space station, and the planet below.
The consequences are already dire. The Hubble Space Telescope, a beacon of astronomical discovery, now tumbles erratically, holed by multiple corpse strikes, its mirror shattered. The International Space Station, once a symbol of international cooperation, was also struck repeatedly, and now heads toward a fiery re-entry, its inspiring mission savagely curtailed.
But the true horror lies in the looming specter of the ablation cascade, the Kessler syndrome, proposed by NASA scientist Donald J. Kessler in 1978, is a scenario in which the density of objects in low Earth orbit due to space pollution is numerous enough that collisions between objects could cause a cascade in which each collision generates space debris that increases the likelihood of further collisions. Each collision, each fragmentation, multiplies the debris field exponentially. Soon, the space around Earth could become an impassable free-fire zone, rendering further space exploitation and even critical satellite communication impossible.
We're facing a celestial traffic jam of epic proportions, warned Dr. Maya Chandra, an astrophysicist at MIT. Each collision creates hundreds more projectiles, escalating the risk of further destruction. We're on the precipice of losing space altogether.
Panic festers across the globe. Governments scramble to salvage what remains of their space programs, while religious leaders grapple with the implications of their eschatological visions turned nightmarish reality. Some cling to the belief that this is a test of faith, a crucible from which a pure humanity will emerge. Others see it as divine retribution for humanity's hubris, a celestial kick in the arse for our reckless pursuit of the heavens.
Andrew Wiggin, pastor of New Life Worldwide Ministries, was somber.
This is a test, perhaps, an aqua regia to refine our understanding of the divine, he said. Remember Job, stripped bare by the whirlwind, yet his faith endured. We must do the same, sift through the wreckage of our assumptions and rebuild our faith on bedrock, not celestial mirages. The scriptures are a compass, but not a map. They offer direction, but the terrain is ever shifting, the constellations rearranged. Perhaps this orbital necropolis is the fulfillment of Ezekiel's vision, the valley of dry bones, where the breath of God will stir even in the celestial graveyard. As always, we wait in faith and reverence for answers.
Amidst the chaos, a race against time is underway. Emergency missions are being planned to deorbit the debris field, but the sheer scale of the task is daunting. There are ground-based and space-based remediation methods we intend to deploy, said Riran Van Pelt of JPL. Lasers carefully applied to the forward aspect of debris pieces can slow and deorbit them over time. In space, objects designed to be easily deformed but difficult to shatter can be dumped into orbit to encourage more elastic collisions, which will gradually dissipate orbital kinetic energy.
Meanwhile, engineers work to devise methods to protect critical satellites and prepare for the potential loss of space-based communication. It's probably impossible to keep those birds functional over the medium term, but we're paid to try, said one NASA engineer who donned the cowl of anonymous coward to speak freely.
The once clear skies now hold a chilling reminder of humanity's misplaced faith in our grip over man's celestial playground.